How you react to Concord being brought up is a litmus test and kind of tells me everything I need to know about your relationship with media. Because it was the historic failure in video games. It was out for 2 weeks and got canceled, and as a byproduct has virtually no fans. Like, it works as a control group because we can all agree at the baseline that it was a bad game. Why it failed and why it was bad, those answers differ greatly depending on who you talk to, and it kind of tells me everything I need to know about you. Concord failed because it was an overly generic game coming out in a crowded market at a price point that was far beyond its competitors. It launched for $40 instead of being free to play, and it didn't do anything all that different. What it did do, from what I hear, I didn't play it myself, was actually relatively solid. Like, it wasn't like an offensively poorly designed game, but it just wasn't anything special about it, and that mediocrity is just not enough to compete in an already very crowded landscape. It was also just generic and lacked identity. It felt like a bargain brand Guardians of the Galaxy and didn't do anything to endear us to its characters or its world prior to announcement. It just kind of went in this attitude that we liked it already, and it just felt very corporate from top to bottom, like it was designed in a factory to appeal to Star Wars and Marvel fans, and that was the route that they were going down. But it didn't fail because the story was pushing an agenda. Brother, the story had no agenda to push. There was no campaign. There was nothing to this. We all agree that the character designs were bad, but not because they're woke. Like, they're just not good character designs. They're uninteresting. Like, this looks like a random NPC in the Outer Worlds 2. This looks like a character that you would talk to that has zero significance to the plot, not one of your heroes in a hero game. But what is the woke agenda that you think this character is pushing? Because the only minority group that I think this thing could possibly represent is stuff you fight in a God of War game. The game failed because it was impressively generic across the board in every possible category, and they were charging $40 for it in a landscape where a lot of its competitors are completely free to play. If you think Concord failed because of wokeness, then you just are reacting to shapes and colors. Like, you don't have any fundamental understanding of the media that you consume, or you're just being extremely performative, which it could be that second one. Because unless you exclusively consume episodes of Tim the Toolman Taylor and movies made by Mel Gibson, chances are whatever media you do like is woke, but you're just not picking up on it, or you just choose to ignore it. Either way, you're not a serious person. That's not a serious critique of anything. And please, for the love of God, go back to literature class and pay attention when you're reading The Great Gatsby or something. Like, I don't know what this is.